Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Churchill Capital. I've talked about them on the channel here a couple times in the past. I'll go ahead and link that in the comments if you'd like to watch those. Pretty much every EV play I'm into and have stock in: Tesla, Liato, Xpeng, Neo, several others, Workhorse if you follow my channel. But this one's about Churchill Capital, ticker CCIV. I still don't have any shares of Churchill here in Robinhood. If you don't know what Churchill is, it was formed for the purpose of effecting a merger, capital stock exchange, asset acquisition, stock purchase, reorganization, or similar business combination with one or more businesses. And so, like I said, I've covered this one in the past, and we'll continue covering it. And we'll see what the stock price does here in the near future. So average volume, I doubt that's right. That's kind of low, 9 million shares, and we'll just call it a $7 billion market cap. And no ratings on this one, probably because it's still a spec. I haven't heard anything when the ticker's going to change or when any of that's going to happen. So if you have any of that information, go ahead and list it in the comments. Churchill Capital for valuation is not excessive, and this is dated on the 18th, so a little bit older article, but still some relevant information. Pre-venue electric or EV companies have ridden the SPAC wave as they look to raise funds, and is on the long list of such companies and luxury EV maker Lucid Motors, which plans to go public via reverse merger with Churchill Capital. The stock is up an impressive 19% in the last month. Some investors are worried that the share valuation is excessive, but Lucid Motors is already gaining traction with customers, and the company is well positioned for long-term growth. Churchill Capital announced its merger with Lucid Motors back in February. Transaction was signed. Lucid and equity valuation of $24 billion, including a PIPE offer of $15 per share. The deal is supposed to provide Lucid with $4.4 billion and close to the latter half of the second quarter. Primary concern for investors is at this point that Lucid Motors post-merger valuation. Lucid has a committed management team, a stronger financial outlook, and increasing traction with customers. Gaining traction with consumers, and Lucid Air is the main topic of Lucid. I've talked about the Lucid Air a couple times. So the flagship luxury electric sedan is slated to hit the roads later this year. It has already garnered over 9,000 reservations, potentially representing roughly $800 million of sales. Apart from Lucid Air, the Lucid Gravity SUV is in development and is slated to be released by 2023. So if you're not in this one, now might be an opportunity to get into it. Not that I give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion as it said right there. In development and slated to be released in 2023. So you could get in on the ground floor on this one, and as the years go on, this stock is just going to increase. The sales are going to increase because EVs are going to increase as a whole. Lucid currently has 6 stores across the United States and plans to add new stores across North America throughout 2021, so there's another catalyst. But like I said, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion. It tends to expand to Europe, Middle East in 2022, a focus on innovation. So I like their powered car with a range of more than 500 miles per charge, which is amazing. I think that would get me from here in Omaha out to Colorado. I think that's 400 some, and on one charge that would be awesome. And without stopping at a gas station would be double awesome. Why Churchill Capital, Fisker, and Nikola stocks surged this week. Well, like I said, I've talked about Churchill Capital a couple times. I've talked about Nikola a couple times. I have shares in Churchill in a retirement, and Nikola in a retirement. I might even have some in Robinhood Haven't really talked about Fisker all that much here on the channel, but I might be making some follow-up videos in regards to this article that was just out on Friday 25th. Shares of several companies in the EV space have had a good week, buoyed by renewed investor enthusiasm for emerging growth stocks with intriguing stories. Here's where things stood for these three stocks at noon on Friday relative to their closing prices at the end of last week. CCIV, the special purpose acquisition company set to merge with Lucid Motors next month, was up about 8.4%. Fisker was up about 8.9%. Nikola was up about 11.6%. For the most part, the gains posted by these three stocks over the past week were attributable to the broader market. Notably, EV category leader Tesla was up about 9.2% on the week through noon on Friday. To a large degree, as Tesla goes, so go the other EV maker stocks. So a lot of them kind of feed off of Tesla, Neo, and some other ones. So when they're kind of going up, especially Tesla, it's kind of the leader. A lot of them tend to follow. So just kind of like the banks, Bank of America, ticker BAC, or like Wells Fargo, or some of the other ones go up. A lot of them follow suit, or JP Morgan, some of the bigger ones, and so does Tesla, and so do the other EVs follow Tesla when Tesla goes up. So just another analogy there. So this kind of goes over a lawsuit filed. Law pursues claims on behalf of Churchill Capital and shareholders. So on June 25th, they announced that the securities fraud class action lawsuit has commenced on behalf of the shareholders on Churchill. And I guess I hadn't come across this information, but it's relevant to the stock price. And shareholders interested in representing the class of wrong shareholders have until July 6, 2021 to petition the court. Your ability to share in any recovery doesn't require that you serve as a lead plaintiff. According to a filed complaint, Churchill Capital 4 issued materially false or misleading statements and failed to disclose Lucid was not prepared to deliver vehicles by spring of 2021. Lucid was projecting a production of 557 vehicles in 2021 instead of 6,000, touted the run-up to the merger with Churchill. And as a result of foregoing defendants' positive statements about the company's business operation and prospects were materially misleading and or lacked as a reasonable basis. And if you want to read the rest, feel free to pause and go over the rest. There's the attorney's name, the website. Again, this you can find on MarketWatch. But I just thought I would throw that in there if anybody was interested in looking into that a little bit more. So this is also on the 25th, talking about why the stock is up, climbed more than 4%. Friday morning, after the closely watched SPAC and its merger partner, Lucid Motors, set a date to finalize their combination. It's a bit later than the companies had originally intended. Investors seem pleased to hear definitive word the deal is on track. Lucid Motors among the electric vehicle startups trying to position themselves as the next Tesla, and investors seem drawn to its prospects. Company's Air sedan should start rolling off the assembly line later this year, with plans to add the SUV and a home battery pack in the years to come. So doing good and great things, and they just have beautiful cars, and should be a good runner-up for Tesla, and give Tesla a run. So anything to compete with Tesla. And moving forward, feel free to pause and go over the rest of that information there for yourself. And moving on, This kind of goes over some about the July 6th deadline and securities class action with CCIV. Kind of already touched on that, so I'm just going to scroll through it. You can find this on Business Wire, or you can pause the video and read the rest there for yourself. Over here to Reddit, we rode an $170,000 luxury EV and it was awesome. I would assume it would be awesome for I think a $70,000 EV would be awesome. And over here to StockTwits, low as a 960, high as 64.86. So if you got in and got out, you were doing awesome. I wasn't in at that point in time. I think my cost base is about 20-25. I'm not for sure, but I hope this gaps tomorrow. Like, better not read that one. Big price movement possible. Five Guys, get up here. Tesla, CCIV, Neo. I just did a video on Wish, so I think that's gonna have hype going on tomorrow. Tesla's got some hype going on. CCIV, and I just did a video on space, so feel free to find that in the library as well. And I just did a video on metamaterial and Torch. Not much other CCIV information in there, and nothing here on tip ranks. So that's it for Churchill. If you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis, how many shares you have. That would be interesting to know, and any other information you have in regards to that one. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. And we're getting closer to 1,000. I think I got about 30 subs to go, so every little bit helps. And I thank you for watching. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.